Right, here we go. Another test yesterday, put it on a lot thicker, so I'm just going to go up there and see what it's looking like. It's peeling off a lot better as it's thicker, which is what it's supposed to do. Want to eat it? Oh, that's much better. You can see, I'm sure if you can, that most of that's come off onto the paper like it should do. So the thicker the better, it comes off a lot easier. Still a messy job, still a few bits to clean up. Obviously it's not great working above your head. So I'll clean that one up now and neutralise it, and then we'll carry on. It means now that I know how thick to put it on, I can just go for maybe half of this stretch. A bit of a more pleasing result today. I think maybe I might have got a little bit carried away putting the peel away on, meaning that tomorrow I'm going to have to work harder and longer because I just kept going and going and going. Oops. Update, because I need to be working super fast. The patch that's very pale in the corner is what's dry and finished. The yellowy patches either side of it have got the, what's it called, neutralizer on it. That's why they're that colour. But when I took the peel away paper off along here, it came off in one great big long piece. So now I'm up against time, hence why I'm gabbling, to get all this cleaned up. So it has to be all washed off a couple of times and then neutralised. I'll zoom in very quickly. You can see that's what's left after the peel away. I've only done the detailing at the top. I want to make sure I've got enough to finish that because that's the most intricate. I then have to carry on round pretty quickly because this has been on here quite long enough now, and it's actually going, where it's drying, it's turning to salt. So I've got my hands full today and nobody here to help me. So I must get on with it. So come to the end of this paint stripper on this coving part. So it's not coming off too badly, but I think the best way I've been doing it is just by putting the paper gently and then picking it out with one of these tools that I've been sent. And because it's above my head, it's really hard work. The weight of it is pulling it down. So it's not peeling off like a peel away should do. If it was thicker maybe, but it's really hot. It's like 38 degrees outside. So it's not bringing too much off with it. It's staying where it is. Yesterday I pulled one end off and the whole length of the salon just came down, as in the paper. And here we go again. There you go, that's what happens. And as you can see, some of it's still attached to the paper, but half of it's still up there. So it's just a case of picking it out like this. It's not a problem. It's a bit messy. After I've done this, I have to wash it off, so I'm using the brush. I'm picking at this really carefully because I don't want to lose the detailing. The paint strip is just coming off anyway, nicely. It hasn't got all the paint off. I don't want to leave it too long, this product, even though it's what it's made for. I was a bit dubious about how old this is. It's like 38 degrees outside at the moment, so after I've done this, I'm going to apply some more on the beading and then go and jump in the pool. I'm just going to take this layer of paint strip off on the beading, and you'll have to bear with me because I'm doing it with one hand so that I can show you. It's going to be one of those runs that is just going to fall to the ground, so I can't get the other end. But as you can see, it's all coming off onto the paper as it's supposed to do. And the rest I should just scrape away very gently. You can see we just lift the rest away. So that's my job for, I think, the whole of today, to go around the entire room and do that detailing. This is still drying, which is why it's a funny colour. There is some paint still left in here, but I'm not going to put any more peel away on because I am worried that it will deteriorate the chalky plaster. But I'm happy with that result.
So back from the UK last night, a little bit of a disastrous trip, eh darling? Poor Carol's mum decided to get COVID, so the trip over there wasn't a complete success, but...
We got wallpaper samples.
Don't say we, I'm going to say you've got wallpaper samples. We had to also I had to just do sample runs first, get Carol to check the colour, and then we can adjust.
So, unbeknown to us, Bethany took some photos of the original paper and got them onto the computer and did her magic, like she does. And
about time she did something here, wasn't it?
And Adrian took those images and has printed them out. So, you might know this, but I'm a bit particular, and I don't want to sound ungrateful.
You ungrateful person. Do you know what? I've seen your face already. Why don't we just lay them out? Because there's so many variations I've done. You won't have a clue what's going on. So the top one, actually, I can tell from looking at it, the top one is what Bethany first did. And then we had to work from that to produce different shades of that original. I've tried to number them so that at least we've got a reference to the files. That one shows up even more cream.
That looks green though.
Yep. Definitely. These ones, Carol, I think, no, that is the wallpaper material you're holding, yes. Whereas the others were just paper runs just to get the colours. Okay, so put it on the wall. The colour we know is different. As Carol's saying, this is more of a dove grey. This isn't, it's got a bit of green tinge to it actually. Colour I'm not worried about, I can adjust that in Photoshop and play with that. What our concern is the detail. Although Beth's actually done a fantastic job. It's lost a lot of the detail, or should I say, we haven't been able to get the detail from the original. That section I'm looking at right in the middle of the camera is that section there. And actually, for me, it's come out a lot better than I thought. You see that's dark in that one. But as we come up the paper, a lot of the detail has washed out. And that's because the original itself, there's just nothing there really. It's very difficult. I'm gonna let Carol decide, but I think it's gonna be a trip back to England for a couple of days to play around on the printer and see what we can do. Well, I'm having a break from drilling through walls. I've had enough of electrics at the moment.
Drilling? I've had no drilling.
Did you not hear my hammer drill going? And when you got your ears plugged up then? Yeah, I'm having to go through some of the walls. But how are you doing, darling? Wow.
Not great.
Really?
I'm just on my last piece. My last piece of paper.
One piece is plenty.
No, it's not. That goes about that.
Right.
And I've still got that section to do. And this trim here.
So this is the paper that goes on top of this peel away.
Yes, so
okay.
I got in touch with the company and asked them if I could use anything else, and they don't recommend anything else.
Yeah, but they're bound to say that because they want you to buy their paper.
No, they suggested another company to buy it from, but obviously I can't wait for that to come from England.
Have they not supplied you enough paper really to go with the amount of adhesion you got there, glue, whatever you call that stuff?
Probably because I'm not putting it on as thick.
Right, okay.
But I still need the same amount of paper, but also because when it got delivered, the paper they put into the tub.
Oh, I remember now.
And it sunk.
Yes.
So some of it couldn't be used.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to try greaseproof paper, baking paper on a small patch and see if it works or not.
So no more cakes for me for a while if you're using that. Great.
No more grilled bacon.
No, I'm just going round because actually I can see all the paper. Is that what you've done this morning, all round there?
It doesn't take long.
Oh, doesn't it? Okay.
It's the cleaning off that takes the time.
That's where we need your mother.
My mum can't get up the ladder.
She can't even get up the stairs.
She can't even get to France.
Yeah, poor Val is still testing positive for COVID, so she can't come over yet. And Alf. Right.
I've been up this ladder since you went to England, so you've come back.
Well, I might go back again.
I'm still at it.
We still need to sort the wallpaper out, so it might be a trip back, and maybe get your mum and Alf at the same time. Anyhow, don't overdo it on your arms and shoulders, so have a break, whatever you do, but well, that's the last piece you can do then, yes? After that,
That's it.
yeah. Oh dear. Well, in that case, I'm going back to drilling. Maybe you'll hear it this time. Well, I haven't been back long, and she's already got me working.
Going to a festival, do you like my boots?
Glastonbury, that's the Glastonbury look, yes.
I'm off to the field. And
in fact, actually, the weather here is grim. I brought the UK weather back with me. We did have a storm here last night as I was driving back from Caen down to us. debris all over the roads. Hence why, oh, we've got debris on our front grass. But Carol's decided while it absolutely heated down last night, the garden or the field is quite soft.
So
You're going to steal flowers?
it's our garden.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
we're going into the field because they're going to be using it for parking again, and they're going to cut the grass down there, all the weeds. But there's some flowers, wild flowers, that I want to save and bring up to the cottage garden up here.
Right, so let's go and do that. Did a good job, darling. Oh, pit stop.
Oh, I found them. I was looking for the foxglove.
Foxgloves. You're asking the wrong person. So, am I here
The
to...
reason I got boots on is because they say there's snakes in this field. Someone saw snakes.
Nice boobs. I mean boots. So where are the foxglove? Oh, I see, these purple things. Am I just the video man today then? It looks like you're doing all the work.
No, there you go.
Oh, that's my job. I feel like I'm digging my grave again.
Come on then.
Right, okay, let's get on with it. Crack on. Well, there you go. We've dug up the garden centre.
We could make some money and sell them.
Hey, that's what we should do, open up a garden centre here. Although we should dig it yourself, like they do with strawberries. I just realised you're the female version of Andy, aren't you? There's a snake in my boot. No, I'm not Buzz
There's no
Lightyear.
snakes in my boots.
Okay.